Hey folks, today on the bench we have the Gee Bee. This is the new E-flite bird, UMX Gee Bee. It is ultra micro scale airplane, intermediate pilots, easy to fly, more powerful, scale features, more powerful. So comparing it to its predecessor, which is I think probably pretty close. I wish I could have one to do a side by side. That would be cool, right? But we don't. So let's flip the camera down to the bench so you can look at this thing and I'll get it open. All right, beautiful look at the box. Side illustrations, back illustration. Cool, cool, cool. Guy holding one. We're gonna do that. Different little stuff, different languages on the top. One last very cool picture. All right, let's get it open. Get this thing open. All right, you got your customary masking tape holding down the hold downs. I'm gonna just get it free. Was able to do so with releasing only one side there. It's this customary little piece of Velcro for your battery. See if I can get an easier win. Nope. So this piece of masking tape is not the easiest to release. The first piece was. And this can also be flipped over. One piece of the packing foam. It's bigger than you think it is. Another piece of packing foam under the jaw. And one last piece underneath the bottom. You can see the manual through the hole there. And that's what that looks like. Fake little picture of a radio. It's weighs nothing. Let's see what this prop is. Yeah, I can't get the right angle on it to see. Let me see. Oh, it is a 5.25 by 3.5, and then it says V2. That's weird. V2. Got like the smallest little prop adapter. It might be identical to the one that comes on the Voodoo. It looks like it, if not. But the prop probably is. The prop is definitely different. Not probably. So you got your wires just like on the big boy. They're not adjustable. It's all preset. You got your linear servos, and that's the wheel. Looks everything pretty much identical to the big one. Of course, very scale as far as the aircraft looked, and all the details are definitely there. I do not see how the hatch opens. I see a little line right here. So I'm thinking this whole big piece must come up. Oh, and it does. So there you go. There's 4 magnets, a JST, a piece of Velcro, and a big block motor. The wheels are soft, not hard like the big one, and there's 0 suspension. I suspect there will be absolutely no need for any kind of extra stuff on this, because to me this is a Pitts with a different body style, so it should fly like a Pitts, and a Pitts is a very good flying aircraft. And you got your manual. And I'm gonna get an X-Acto knife, which is the drug of choice here. I don't really want to take it. I'm gonna do it because can always tape it back. I was just gonna do a little slit in it so it's easily removable and replaceable, but I just went ahead and took it apart instead. All right, get the box out of the way. Gee Bee in the background. Put the beautiful Gee Bee book. All right. There's no sense in making a super long video on something so simple. So we'll go ahead. Let's set this up on DX. Because we usually do a lot of IX setups. So we're gonna, I mean, not DX, sorry, NX. We're gonna set this up on an NX. I refuse to have a DX, to be honest with you. I think it's kind of like not as good when it comes to the features as, you know. DXs do pretty much everything, certain models, I guess, but you're going to be limited on certain things, but that's not what this video is about. This video is about the Gee Bee. So we're going to go to NX, power on transmitter, scroll down to system setup, select yes, go to model, select add new, go to airplane, type wing, create. And no matter what, they always give you this manual way to enter it. I don't know if the Gee Bee's in here. So let's go ahead and fire up a radio. We're going to double press. We're going to go down to add new bind and fly. We're going to see this line is getting smaller and smaller. It's best to not even start scrolling until that line is as small as it goes, because if you start scrolling, it'll just pop you back to the top. All right, it's BLH, this blade. So, and this is all kind of new, these new menus, because, all right, now it goes into E-flight. So let's see if we might see it. I think they have all the UMXs segregated. So let's see if we can get to, all right. MiG, Timber, E-flight, UMX Gee Bee. There it is. So we're gonna hit that. Now this is the E-flight U 4580. Let's see if I can look on the box right fast and see if that's the actual number. I am scanning the box, folks, and okay, 68045. Yep. So this is a different E-flight number, so that must be for the original Gee Bee UMX. But you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna fire it up. Let the radio do its thing. And I reckon I gotta fetch a battery. Looking at the box to be sure to verify, I think it's gonna be a 3S300, 2S or 3S. All right, so let me grab one of those. $3S300. Pull open our fancy schmancy. I have a model created. I already did the bind and fly. Let's hope it works. I'm gonna cut the power off. With an NX, I almost actually prefer cutting it off than to scroll down to the bind, because the bind screen disappears so quickly. But anyway, different rant for a different time. Power it up. I see the red light flashing right there. You see it? All right, now it went red to blue. I'm going to hit my bind button. I'm gonna hit power. I'm gonna hold power down until it starts lighting up. Then I'm gonna let power go. Still holding bind. It says binding. I'm gonna let go bind. Bind complete. Auto config. Everything is working. Smart battery warning. Oh, everything is working in the correct directions. I'm gonna hit the fire. All right, it's even going forward in the right direction. I'm gonna go ahead and go to throttle cut. Get my switch enabled in the right direction. So now down is off like I like it. Back out of that. So all right, we are good to do something. Making our standardized UMX jitter sounds. I'm gonna go on and test my wow. Look at that, folks. One aileron only goes up. All right, watch this, watch this, watch this. So you don't get movement in both directions. You only get one. And when it's almost flat, let's see if I can turn it off. So when it's flat, the servo is almost to the end. So you're only getting throw on one control surface and not the other. I mean, you do, but it's the tiniest bit. So that's interesting. I haven't seen that actually before. Yeah, look at that. That is so cool, but weird. But this little guy flies. People are flying it. These are not super new at this point. You know, I'm just able to get it, but all the pre-reviews already had it a long time ago. I'm going to go ahead and get the cap on. Man, it looks so fat and looks just like its older brother. Man, it makes so much of a racket with those servos. So I bypass everything for the bind and fly. You don't have to. You could do it manually. It's not a big deal, but check out my video for the UMX Viper if you want to do it the manual way, the long route. But just to show you, let's see. Let's go to Racing Expo. Aileron. It's on switch F already, and there's rates already set up. See there? There's 3 different rates. That's so cool. So I get all that for free. Now it doesn't have any audio events. So it does have some.
Flight mode 1, flight mode 2, flight mode 3, flight mode 1.
So there you go. Safe mode working like you would want it to. Leveling you out. So the safe mode is on the wrong switch. I would change that around, but I'm not actually about to fly. This is actually going to get put to the owner's radio. This is for Justin. We'll see him at the field. Look like my tail is a little off, but I won't waste my time adjusting it because different radios see things differently, and I've seen things be a little bit off in either direction, and then when I adjust it and I put it on the next radio, it's like I adjusted it for nothing because I had to adjust it back. So we're gonna leave it alone. But yeah, this is pretty cool. Let's see if I can remember how to do the flaps, or if there's flaps in here. Let's see if that's a thing. Safe mode. Okay, both sticks in to change the position of your safe mode. Let's see if I could do that, because so both sticks in and then toggle the switch that you want. Both sticks in. Nope, that didn't switch it. I don't know what my deal is. I don't actually read that whole portion of directions to see if I'm doing something wrong there, but I remember from my A10 that you basically just push them in, and it's a situation that's kind of clunky where it might not work all the time. To follow the safe mode in UMX is enabled, so if you want to disable it, you do that, but it didn't disable it then. Choose safe select function before attempting to disable safe, and rather throttle the gear rates. Yep, all that's done. Hold the transmitter power on the aircraft. Hold the transmitter sticks to the inside corners. Toggle the full up and down control surfaces of the aircraft will move, indicating it. So yeah, you just got to keep doing it, I guess, until I did it a bunch of times now. And I don't know what my deal is with that, but I do know how to do it through forward programming, or to just channel assign, to be honest with you, not forward program, but channel assign, and you can just change the switch out to the one you want. So that's a simple fix, not to worry. What else is important? I'm looking for flaps actually. Adjusting CG. CG looks like it is right behind these vents. So yeah, right on the line for the hatch. So good placement there. You don't have to mark anything because it's pretty easy. Showing you how to smash down your clevises to get things a little bit more mechanically level, and that's it. Troubleshooting guide. So they don't give you the recipe for the flaps. Let's see if I can remember how to do it. I think it was both sticks out, and then hit the switch you want. Nope, because it usually does it when you got it right. It does it within a couple of throws. So I'm gonna pop and look at the Crescendo's instruction manual because I can never remember it, and then pop right back. Wait, I think I remember. You actually have to change the wing type. So I'm gonna go here. These can be a little bit unpredictable, so I'm gonna hold it. System setup. Yes. All right, it's off. I heard it chick, so it was gonna take off. It would have done it already. So then I'm gonna go to aircraft type. From normal wing to one aileron, one flap. That's what you need. One aileron, one flap. All right, and yep, I'm gonna just get back out. That's everything I need. All right, so now get everything set. I think it's of course battery warning again. So both sticks out, and then I'm gonna toggle my okay, maybe I do have to read the directions. Let me find them. One more thing before I do one last try. I think maybe it's either this way. No, because if I go this way, that would turn the throttle up, and that's not it. So it's this way. It's this one down and left, the left stick down and left, and that stick up. Let's see. 1, 2. Let's go to flap system. I'm gonna inhibit it. From inhibit to this. Switch D. I'm gonna lock it in. And I'm gonna let's see. I'm gonna go to flap 0. Let's see what they do first. Let's go 20 and something bigger than 20. 30. There you go. Then I'm gonna back. All right, try that one more time. All right, that's it. I give up. Instructions. Of course, I had the wrong switch. I was trying to use the switch that activates the flaps. That's not it. You use the one that controls safe, or the gear switch they call it. There it goes. All right, so now I'm gonna hit my... So these ailerons don't go down very much. So you're not gonna be able to get flaps very much, because the linear servo, as I showed you, it starts almost from the end. It's flat right now and it's at the end, right? So that means all your movement is in that direction. So we're gonna have to settle for spoilers. So I'm gonna go ahead and get into the radio. And spoilers are fun too. Spoilers are always a good time. Let's see, get this out of here. All right. So I'm going to, let's get a little bit further out so you can see the flap surface. Get it off the radio so it'll show you, it'll move. Let's get this pushed down a little bit. There we go. So I'm gonna go back into flap system. Oh, nope, I don't want that. I'm gonna go here, go down to flap system. So 0 seems to be all the way up. We're gonna leave that alone. Then I'm gonna go to 2, and going up does nothing, right? So I'm gonna go down, negative. Oh, and I gotta put my flap in that position, sorry. So negative, let's see if it'll go down any. It doesn't. It basically, the more you give it, it just starts grinding. So don't even try that on yours. Go negative. Let's go negative 50. And then I'm gonna go to position 2, and then that could be 100, right? That's gonna be fun. That is gonna be fun, folks. So I got my position 1, and you saw it drop down, then flat. So here we go. I'm gonna turn off the safe mode on, safe mode off. Nothing, right? So you're riding along, you flip it down to 1, boom, you get some spoiler. You flip it down to 2, boom, you get more spoiler. And AS3X is still operating pretty cool. Man, that is fun. I can't wait to see that in the air because this is a cool little dude. All right, well, that's about all we got to say about that. You could customize a lot of things on your radio and such, but to get in the air, we could have been in the air in realistically 5 minutes at the most, and that's being tedious about the whole bind and fly thing. The old GB file seems to work fine. Safe and everything is working perfectly on the GB file that's in there. I don't know if it's the wrong number or the way I'm reading it is wrong, but I thought that the number on the box as far as the E-flite part number would be the number that's in the bind and fly thing. So if that is, then mine just works on the old one, or it's new and I don't know it, or whatever that situation is. But either way, I don't care because it works, and that's all that matters. There's an additional strut on this compared to the 1.0 meter one, because it does not have this. These are just going straight down. You know, there you go. That's that. So I'm gonna do a size reference right fast, and then I'm gonna close out, and that way we can show up at the field. Hey, this is Pooley with the Gee Bee. Look at that thing. I'll hold it close to me so it doesn't look as big. It looks bigger when it's out like that, right? That's like when people take pictures of a fish. When I used to do a fishing show, and when you take the fish, you always hold the fish way out far in front of you. Look how big it looks now. But you know, now back to reality. Look at it. It's so cute. But it's so reminiscent to me because I used to love my pits. When I sold my pits, I was so disgusted because I did like to fly my pits. And the guy that I sold to, he loves it too, and he still flies it pretty reliably all the time. So that's a bunch of close looks at your Gee Bee. It is so cool. So many little details everywhere that it's pretty fire. We'll turn those flaps, those spoilers off now. And that's all I got to say about that. I'm going to do one more thing. I'll probably do a Gee Bee size race. All right, folks, there you go. The wingspan is actually pretty impressive. I thought it would, I think it's way bigger than the pits, to be honest with you. I hope the person who has the pits at the field, I hope he has it out there when we do fly this. I may actually even call him and ask him to bring it. But there you go. Big pits, big pits. Big Gee Bee, little Gee Bee. Kind of makes me want to go get the, look at that. Look how cool that is. Makes me want to go get the 800mm pits because I always wanted that. Hey folks, Pooley here. Look at this. Look at that, how cool. That is cool. Gee Bees. I hate Gee Bees. They're ugly as could be, but you gotta love them.